So I have something really special I'm going to get to share with you. I've come to help the Chastain family make hot tomato pickles. Is that what you call them?
Pickled green tomatoes.
Pickled green tomatoes. So they're really good. Years ago, if you've been following me for a long, long time, you'll remember that I shared the recipe on the blog, Blind Pig and the Acorn, but we're going to get to see it in real life. So how long, Gerald, has your family been, they all gather together to do this?
Yeah, probably 35 years or so.
35 years, isn't that amazing? So some years you might make as many as, what, 400?
400 and something. I think we have made like 460 in one year.
I guess it fluctuates depending on how many people say they're going to come.
To make them, right,
yeah, yeah. And so how did you first find out about this?
There's a lady from Hiwassee Dam come to a fish fry we had some, and she begged me, literally begged, and I said, I don't like pickles. And she said, put one in your mouth. If you don't like it, spit it out. So I put one in my mouth and asked for the recipe, and she gave it to me. So.
And it's a very simple recipe, real basic. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients or anything like that, but they are so good, so good.
Yep, 3 ingredients.
So can't beat that, right? I really love, though, the history of your family. Like, after you liked them that first year, then did you say, let's all get together and make them? Or
well, I took some down to Mom's, and
Yeah.
they loved them, and then she'd give some to the other kids, and then she ended up taking some to church. So it ended up that we have had years where there's 50, 60 people in here making
Wow,
them.
that's amazing. And so nice that you get together and do it all together.
Yep.
Many hands make light work. But also you get that fellowship of being with each other and
getting to see family and friends.
Looking forward to it. And so that many years, like there's been kids in your family grow up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Before they were running around, probably now they're helping.
And they're just now getting to where they're going through the whole process and seeing what it's all about. Because most of the time people wouldn't come on the first day.
Right.
They'd wait till the next day and come.
Yeah.
So now they're getting the whole process.
Right. That's wonderful. And hopefully they'll continue it.
Yep. Hopefully they will.
It is a 2-day process. So today we're going to do the first step, and then I'll come back tomorrow and watch them do the second step.
Yeah, tonight we just do the salt water, and then you have to let it set overnight. And tomorrow you'll do the rest of it, pack the jars, put the vinegar in, boil it again, and go from there. Go from there.
Okay. I'll link to that recipe so you can go there, but Gerald's I'll just follow him around. He's going to show us.
All
so
right.
I'm going to let him get to work.
All right, thank you. But what we do, I know the recipe calls for 1 gallon of water and a couple of fourths of salt.
Yeah.
But since we're doing so many, we're going to double it. So we're going to do 2 gallon of water and 2.5 cups of salt.
Okay. Okay. How many tomatoes did you buy today, Gerald?
We got 7 5-gallon buckets full.
Oh, it's a lot of tomatoes. And you've done this so many years, it's like second nature to you.
Yeah, like I say, people will say, well, I don't remember if we do this. And I said, I don't never look at the recipe because I've done it so long. I just go ahead and do it. And I know how much water and how much salt and how much vinegar. And then we just get it on there and start it boiling. And while it's boiling, we'll actually put one over here on the stove and let it start getting heated up. Then we'll put it on the fish because it'll heat quicker. Just to save time. I do them at home and just a few at a time, and I just do it on the stove.
Yeah. Those fish cookers are handy for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut a lot of time out of it. Well, we can put the salt in it, and we'll get the first one started. 2.5 cups. So we're doing a double batch. It'll be 1 1/4 per gallon. So it'll be 2.5. Yeah, you can put it in there.
I guess washing them the day before, that way you don't have to worry about it the day of, that you're actually going to start canning.
Yeah, they was pretty this year.
This is what Gerald's looking for, the hard rolling bull. Now he's done with this one. You just let it cool till tomorrow.
Yep. Cover it and let it set till tomorrow and cool off.
We've been working on washing all the tomatoes, so that step will be done tomorrow when they start. See, they've got them all spread out back here on the table. Whole big line of them. That's lots of green tomatoes. There's just a few more being washed right now, and then that chore will be completed. This is the sweet peppers. They'll do some okra, and then the hot peppers are down in these bags. Gerald grew these this year, and those too. Some more and some cayennes. And in these pots is all the salt solution that they have ready. That way it can sit overnight and be ready to go in the morning.
See what this 20 gallons.
20 gallons. And we think that'll do, you think that'll do?
200 quarts.
200 quarts. That's a lot of jars.
Pints, it'll be more jars.
Right, yeah. And some people will do pints. For their okra, you said usually they do pints. Yeah.
And I just cut the pepper, red, yellow, and green bell pepper, and cut them in strips.
Yeah.
And when you get the jar about half packed, you just slide them in where you can see them. And they give a good flavor, and it makes it look good.
Makes it pretty too. So the cayenne is if you want a little bit of heat. And if you want a whole lot of heat, these are the ones. These are Ghost
Ghost and Thai Dragon.
and Thai Dragon, yeah. They're so pretty though. Wow, that's a lot of jars.
That's when we'd started, and that was when we was packing them.
Well, I can't wait to see the whole.
There's some of the pickled pepper rings. We just cut the
Yeah,
pepper up in rings.
can't wait to see the assembly line tomorrow.
See, it looks pretty much like
Yeah.
it does now.
So we're just at the very first step.
Yep.
I'm back with Gerald today. It's the big day. It's the pickling day.
Last day.
Last day. Probably be here a long time today. But doing that work last night, I can see why you do it like that. Because if not, you'd be here probably till way in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to do that first step the first day anyway,
Right.
the salt and the water. So people are, right now, they're starting to cut up the tomatoes. Then what'll come next?
Once we get enough cut up, we'll probably get like 50 jars or more. Then we'll start boiling the vinegar in the water, and then we'll start
Putting
doing
them
it.
in.
And while people's still packing and stuff, but you want to make sure you get enough ahead of time where you don't have to stop and start cutting again.
Makes sense. And after 30 years, Gerald knows how to do it.
I hope so.
He's figured out the smoothest way to do it. You can see I wore my apron. I'm going to pitch in and help him.
All right, we'll get started then.
Okay, that'll be good.
Temper will stand. When we get tired, then we'll be sitting down.
Okay, that's fine.
Some of these, that side, will be firmer than the smaller ones.
Gerald's going to show us, as you're going through the tomatoes, some little tips about them, how they do them.
Yeah, like if anything this size is usually good, and you can quarter them, and if they look like that in the bowl once you quarter them. Then one this big or bigger, you can slice it. Now, if you get one that shows this mushy stuff around the seeds, just throw it away because they'll just be mushy when you pickle them. They won't get firm or crisp.
So here's some that they've quartered up, and here's the pot they're putting the sliced ones in, and they'll pickle both of them. Y'all like them on sandwiches, right? The sliced ones, yeah.
Cook them, fry 'em,
Okay.
deep fry.
And fry them. Yeah, he came and brought those open jars and stuff. It's famous. I'm sorry. Well, anything this size, so you quarter.
He's in a tomato
You slice them.
Tomato steak mine.
Like this size, I just quarter.
Fire got a hold of TV over.
You heard that squealing? He resembled brine.
Look like a ginger.
Snuck up right behind him.
Oh, yes, as long as it stays there, it is.
Sandra's showing us her shirt. That's great. I guess everybody in the family has one?
No.
No. Gerald had one on yesterday, though. That's great. I need one. Yeah.
I think Daryl got these, didn't he? Yeah, had them at one of the reunions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Jessica's getting the peppers ready. These are sweet peppers here. They'll be tasty, but how pretty. Look how beautiful they're going to be in the jars. And Sharon's been filling all the jars, getting them ready. These are the first jars. So Sharon's explained to me, so they put about this many. It's a little bit past halfway, I guess. There you can see the sliced ones. Back here in the back, you can see some of the quartered ones. Then they'll put whatever pepper they want, whether it's hot or sweet, and then they'll fill it the rest of the way up with the tomatoes, and then they'll be ready to add the liquid to. Lots of tomatoes.
Picture of them right there, superb jars right there, ain't it?
Oh, those are beautiful. Beautiful.
See,
Can
we
I
just-
pick one of them up? Is it okay? So you can see the pepper down in there.
See, we cut all three colors and then we just make it look like whatever we want.
So pretty. Here's some of the sliced ones. Yeah. That one's got, I see a hot one in that one.
Yeah, I put hot in about half of mine.
There's some of the hot peppers.
We've got plenty of hot pepper this year, so we're not being stingy with putting color in them.
That's good.
We got all kind of.
I guess that pepper, even the sweet pepper, gives a good
It gives
flavor.
a real good flavor,
Yeah.
right? And that's the
Besides
reason.
being pretty.
Yep.
Yeah, I think his hand.
So you can use all you want. Jessica, there's the water boy.
Bill, man. I forgot about what I say. He's up there in the road. Let's go. Play him right. I got to play back. I said, you play right now. Tell him you can come up to Jones score.
There you go. Sandra, come and look at yours when you get a second. Make sure they're okay with you. And she said so. Yeah, you do that. And even for a cut, I can still do what I do.
Right, well, yeah, because I mean, that would make it easier for you to slice. So, I made a nice little.
We're taking out what we want to pipe for a quart.
Okay. Gerald's working on the okra now, so you do it the exact same way, same recipe. So if you don't like green tomatoes, you could try doing your okra like this.
A lot of this okra is big.
Yeah, a lot of it's on the large side, so he's going to save that for quarts and just work on the pints right now.
Gerald is trained as well, hey.
We could get Brian singing again, we'd be better off.
What do you want to hear, Gerald?
Let's see what I want to hear.
Get home and start cutting it up, or you just gonna wait?
Anything we don't use here, I'll just wash it when I get ready to do it or whatever. Ain't no use in, like I say, if there's bell pepper left, I always take it home and go ahead and cut it up and quarter it and freeze it.
Yeah, it's good to do
Use it
that.
in hush puppies, meatloaf,
Yeah,
spaghetti, chili. Well, you're humming, maybe you're getting ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good one that I know.
really works out to do it in a place like this, so you
It
can
does.
spread out.
Got more room.
And
Yep. It
lots
really
of
helps.
workers doing
Yep.
it in a home kitchen. You'd be on top of each other,
Oh, yeah.
and not enough places to set all the stuff either.
I know my kitchen ain't big enough. Farm or anything.
So that's some Wendell grew.
Yeah, that's some Wendell brought from his garden. A dozen. And if Ariana gets a hold of them, they'll be gone the first night. We done got 4 with cayenne.
No, I'm
I got
working on.
cayenne in this one.
I'll put
Okay.
cayenne in the one I've got. There's one in there.
Okay, and this.
Yeah.
So both of these have got a cayenne.
Yep.
Yep, so that'll be the 4. When I do mine at home, I mean, like I said, I tried to do mine at home this year just to keep from having to do it here, you know, when everybody's up here doing it. And I cut some so small you can lay them on top.
Yeah,
after
on
you
the little
do-
ones, yeah.
Yeah. That's the
When the
4.
brothers get together, they really get to packing, don't they?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Got the brother power going on.
Yep.
Gerald's adding vinegar to the solution we made last night, the salt solution. And we're getting ready to, once it gets to the right temperature, to put it in the jars. So he'll let this come to a hard boil too before we put it in the jars. So they're getting ready to add the liquid to the jars.
Got the lid ready?
They're going to a bowl.
We're ready. We good? Yeah. Can't pepper flop up?
It's just swap.
That one's ready.
We got that one again, Vic?
Barely.
Just if you want to.
If he's down here pretty tight, that'll be okay.
Go.
Sorry about that.
Ready to start another batch.
Yes.
Oh. Get that thing. God, if you here's all that, that's all. All right.
There you go.
All you gotta do is stick your nose over it, you know when it's ready.
Yeah.
So we're on the downhill slide now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
This is it.
That would just go faster. and get-
No, I didn't know.
Timothy Vance got it.
Well, the end of a long day. It's almost 6 o'clock. What time did you get here this morning, Gerald?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So it's been a long day, but what a great day of fellowship and fun and lots of delicious things that we can eat during the winter for
Oh, yeah,
sure.
we had plenty to eat too.
Oh yeah, we had, I never did show it, I was going to. Gerald's sister Sharon made us meatloaf, mashed potatoes, slaw, cornbread, fried green pickled tomatoes.
Yep.
Sandra, his other sister, made a delicious broccoli salad. Then this morning, Sharon had us gravy and bacon and biscuits and eggs. So yeah, we've had a lot of good food, but we've had a lot of good fellowship too. It's been a fun day. So the only thing left, we've cleaned up a lot, is tomorrow to come back and get all the wonderful jars of goodness.
And
Yeah.
get a final count on them.
Final count, make sure they all sealed and all that.
I'm not sure, Sharon. Whose box was whose? Now, where's 9 of that? It's somewhere here. Not here. No. This is mine. 91,
Okay, 143 and 91.
135.
143
No.
and 91. 143 and 91.
No, oh, I just counted the 43, okay. 143 and 91 will be 235, right?
That's what you thought yesterday,
Yeah, I said that'd be over 200, 235.
You put that in your notes, Sharon?
No, I should.
Skipper, they left but just a few jars, you know how the balls got that little bubble right in the center?
Yeah.
And you just touch them and they pop down.
Yeah.
But the rest of them,
All sealed, yeah. Today they've uncovered all the jars and they're checking through them, make sure they're all sealed. They've had time to cool overnight. They look beautiful. And there was 235 jars made. That's impressive. I was here to see it all and it's still impressive. It's still impressive. That's a lot of jars.
they should, is there not no license in there? Cause we, yeah, they put some license in there. No, we're.
What a good time I had with the Chastain family and some of their good friends. We just had the best time and we ended up making some really delicious pickles. We just had a lot of fun too. So I wanted to talk to you about a few technical issues first to close out the video that you might be wondering about. The first one is, if you're very familiar with canning, modern day canning, you may be wondering why they didn't water bath the jars. Well, they were using an old method of canning that's called open kettle method of canning. That liquid that the solution they put in the jars was boiling hot. They sealed them really quickly and then they covered them to insulate them, and as they cool, they seal. Now that's an old way of canning that today canning experts will tell you not to do. So that's a decision you'd have to make up yourself, you know, whether or not you wanted to try that, or if you thought it was too dangerous, maybe you'd like to follow the recipe and then water bath them. Maybe you could try that. Another thing is, some of you may be wondering, since they used okra in some of the jars and also just pepper rings, like just cut the banana peppers, could you use other things? They said they had tried squash before and it just ended up rubbery. It didn't do very well. A couple of years folks wanted to try putting onions in with the tomatoes, and that just didn't turn out good either. So they just stick to the basics as they do it now. But you might try one of those things or something else and find that you really like it. So again, that would just be up to you. Another question is, the day before when they do the salt solution, you think, well, couldn't you just do it all in one day? they tried that and it didn't work. The pickles were too salty, so they went back to doing it the day before, just like the lady who had shared the recipe with them in the beginning told them to do. Another thing you might be wondering is, well, that's such labor intensive to chop up all the vegetables. Could I do that the day before, put them in the refrigerator, and then make the pickles? I'd have that part done. Well, you can do that, Gerald said, but if you do it, you have to let all those vegetables, the tomatoes and the peppers and the okra, if you did anything to it, come up to room temperature. You need it to be room temperature before you ever start. So those are a few little technical things. If you have other questions, though, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. And if I can't, I'll call Gerald and ask him, and then I'll tell you the answer if he knows it. So the Chastain family is really family. It's really family to me. I grew up with them. A lot of you have watched my videos and followed me on the Blind Pig and the Acorn for a long time. You'll remember that Gerald's mother and father, Frankie and Elsie, that I've talked about them a lot. And Elsie was actually the first mountain people, I think I called it back then, mountain folk interview that I did. And I love to tell this story about Elsie. And actually, I interviewed him over there at the community center. It was like at a community singing. But my very last question for him was, what do you think about Appalachia? That's what I would ask people. And he said, well, I reckon if I didn't live here already, I'd be getting here as fast as I could. So that was his answer, and that's always stuck out to me, and I just love it. But they were dear family friends. They were friends of Pap and Granny's, and I just grew up with Elsie and Frankie and their family. Just wonderful people. I couldn't never say enough good things about them. The night that Pap died, the following day, during the night when Granny called me to tell me that he was in a bad way and I better come, I was dreaming about Elsie. Elsie had been dead for a little over a year, I think, and I was dreaming about him and Pap. And, that just always, it's almost like later I thought that was some kind of sign. I still think it is. That was a comfort to me, because then I told Daddy, once he got to a point where he wasn't just throwing himself around in pain, and you may wonder, why didn't we call the doctor and all that? And I've told this story before, but just in case you've never heard that, it's because he didn't want us to. He had decided that he was done with the doctors, done with the hospital and all that, so there was no more of that. He was going to live out his life at home, and he did have people that come and took care of him, so we had pain medicines and things like that we could do, but as far as past that, that was his personal choice. He wasn't going to do that. Anyway, when I finally, he got to feeling a little bit better, I told him, because I thought he would think that was funny, that I was dreaming about Elsie and him, and they were having a big time. And he told me, said, Tip, I wouldn't leave you for nothing. He told me that a lot of times, all of you for nothing, but with this pain like this, I'd gladly go to Elsie. So see, that's why I think it was, God let me dream that to be a comfort to me. Anyway, they are just dear, dear family friends. And not just to us. I will tell you one more story, though. I got to tell one more. Pap's mother, Marie, she died suddenly. She had a heart attack during the night. I was only in 5th grade, so us kids were asleep. We didn't know what was going on way up in the night, So the next morning when I got out of the bed and stumbled into the kitchen there, just like I would every morning, to see where Mom and Daddy was and what was going on, there sat Elsie and Frankie. They were already there that early in the morning with Pap and Granny, because Mama had died and they'd come to be with them. So just dear, dear friends. And it's not just them. I can think of other extended Chastain families too, Nina and Philip. A lot of you know Nina from our videos we did on the community center. So just a really important family, connected to ours in many, many different ways. They're like that for the whole community, though. There's a wonderful bench over there at the community center that's dedicated to Frankie and Elsie. Nina herself has kept that community center going for I don't know how long, and bless her heart, it's hard, I know it is. And she just dedicates so much time to it. They all have. The whole family has just been such a part of our community. And I love that, of course, because I've been blessed by them, but I also love this wonderful aspect. Appalachia has a familial culture. That's just what it is. It's based on family. We've talked about that lots in my videos, how to the point that we just have this giant family tree in our brain, and we want to connect people to it and see where they fit in, even if they fit in like, oh, you're Melvin's son that moved off, and these are your kids, and I never knew them, but now I know them because I know you were Melvin's son. It's like how we connected all. So that's a beautiful thing. And playing right into that familial culture of Appalachia is the wonderful way that they've got together for over 30 years and made pickles. How wonderful. It is predominantly the Chastain family over the years, but they're always welcoming to others, whoever wants to come and be part of it and enjoy the fellowship, the good food that usually gets eat that day, and also, the making of the pickles that then they can take home, share with their family, share with friends, whatever it is they want to do with them, and just know that they were part of that wonderful tradition that's been going on for so long for the Chastain family. A beautiful thing indeed. I hope that you enjoyed being part of this year's, and I've already told them I'm coming back next year. I'm like, you've just got me now. You're gonna have to take me to Ray's, as they'd say. I plan to be back next year. It was just the most fun, and you already know that I'm crazy about making a garden and putting up food, so there was that aspect, but just the fellowship and laughing and talking and sharing, it was really a priceless experience, and I hope you enjoyed it.